Trying to go live. I'm having microphone issues. Anyone else? Can you hear me? Can you actually hear me? Strange.
We've got 3 hours to land a new tagline. What do you got?
That's my, I don't know if you heard that. I've got to try these things. I think you can hear me. It's just not showing up on this side. I think you can hear me. It's happy days. Strange but true. Normally I have a little bit of a, the bars go up and down, so I know exactly what I'm doing. So I was having a nightmare. That's why I was late. How dare I? But it seems like they might all be tickety-boo. Might all be tickety-boo. I'm sure if you can't hear me, you'll say, oi, whiz. Stop being a womble. Womble whiz. That's the way we roll. So, yes. Let me give it the large hello. Hello! So, yeah, this is about the Tates. Happy days. Who knows what about the Tates then? I know they're still on Rumble, but it seems they've been removed from YouTube. And they're still on X. That's also known as Twitter. But yeah, I've done a bit of research, got some stuff written down, whatever. Got my beanie on today. Look, I thought maybe you've had enough of my hair. Making you all jealous with my long silver locks. But yeah, the Tate brothers, they like Marmite. Love them or hate them. But it seems a bit like with Russell Brand, doesn't it? What's going on? Not to say it's not true, though. But yeah. But yeah, you have to let me know what you think of that. The Tates in the comments. Misogyny and God knows what going on there. But maybe you know something I don't know. And if that's the case, then you can let me know. Happy days. But, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew and Tristan Tate are facing 21 criminal charges in the UK, including rope, if you know what I mean, actual bodily harm, human trafficking, and controlling prostitution for gain. But it seems like we are in 2025, I know, but these charges relate to alleged incidents between 2012 and 2015. I mean, it seems to be, again, like Russell Brand, like everything's coming from the past. But, I mean, it's very strange. But the brothers are currently dealing with obviously the separate legal proceedings in Romania. And in Romania, they're facing allegations of trafficking minors, sexual intercourse with a minor, and money laundering. So, yeah, they're not little charges, are they? But, But UK authorities, you may know, have issued an international arrest warrant, but that extradition will only proceed once everything's all said and done with regards to the Romanian cases, because you can't do anything until they're resolved. But yeah, there's some 21 charges in the UK. That's a lot of charges. But there's always a big but. Their legal team have actually claimed there's a vast amount of misinformation surrounding the allegations, and they have also criticised UK prosecutors for allegedly withholding key details. So I don't know what's going on there, but obviously they maintain their innocence, and they will and plan, I assume, to rigorously defend themselves when they return to the UK. But what's going to happen in Romania? But the main allegations, ladies and gentlemen, for Andrew and Tristan Tate, But in the UK, like I said, it's rope, actual body harm, human trafficking, and controlling prostitution for gain. And the Romanian charges are trafficking minors, sexual intercourse with a minor, and money laundering. So, but both of these involve multiple alleged victims, and some who claim they were coerced through manipulation and false promises. But the Tate brothers deny all the allegations, and there are some that say the Tate brothers were heard saying they were politically motivated. So, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But as far as from what I can see, they are still on Rumble, but I couldn't find them on YouTube. So it's the same like Russell Brand, but I think Russell Brand does post videos on YouTube at the moment, but he's not monetized or he's not promoted by YouTube in any shape or form. So, but you know. But where were we? What's happening next? What is happening next? Well, they're both. The brothers are expected to be extradited to the UK once the legal proceedings in Romania are concluded. And the UK prosecutors have confirmed that 21 charges have been authorised against them. And like I said, that would be the rope, human trafficking, and controlling prostitution for gain. But what are we looking at with the next steps, really? Basically, the Romanian proceedings will happen first. They have to. And they're going to complete their legal battles in Romania. And then the extradition to the UK could possibly proceed. But the Romanian proceedings will be first, then the extradition to the UK, and that's bearing in mind the Romanian authorities finalise their cases, and then obviously the UK bring them back to trial, and then you've got to have the UK trial, and that's going to possibly last several months. And the prosecutors are apparently presenting evidence collected from the UK and Romanian investigations. And then once that's done, you've got the potential for sentences. So if convicted, they could face seriously lengthy prison sentences. And that'll have a significant impact on all personal and financial futures, without a doubt. So, you know, doesn't sound a lot, but it is a lot, and it's enough to ruin them. But the Tate's legal team have maintained, as always, that the evidence is circumstantial and claims they're being unfairly targeted. But this case, I expect, will be highly scrutinised, especially with more Andrew Tate than Tristan Tate, I say, but controversial online presence. And there's going to be how much media attention? It's going to be huge, isn't it? Like the beginning of, like with Russell Brand, it was everywhere. But when we step back, what is the evidence? What is the evidence against Andrew and Tristan? Well, with regards to, should we do the Romanian? That's going to be first. So they have, for the Romanian case, they have surveillance footage. The Romanian prosecutors claim to have video evidence showing the brothers interacting with alleged victims in ways that support the trafficking claims. They also have witness statements. Several individuals have testified about coercion, threats, and financial exploitation. So we have them statements. And also for the Romania case, apparently have forensic analysis. And investigators are examining devices and online activity for further proof of criminal intent. So that's like the Romania. At the UK, they have victim testimonies, i.e. multiple women have come forward with allegations of rape, coercion and physical abuse. Digital evidence, prosecutors have reportedly obtained text messages and emails, and they suggest manipulation and control over said alleged victims, and also financial records. Authorities are investigating transactions linked to alleged human trafficking and prostitution operations. So that's the UK case. But obviously they deny all allegations, like I said, arguing that all evidence is circumstantial and unfairly targeted, and there's a lot of political political prisoners, as everyone seems to be throwing around nowadays. Seems to be the new trend, political prisoners. But let me know. But I mean, what arguments though are the legal team presenting? Claims of unfair targeting. Their lawyers argue that the brothers are like victims of misjudged campaigns aimed at silencing them due to their controversial online presence. And they claim that the UK prosecutors have withheld key details, making it difficult for them to prepare a proper defence. And that all came under the claims of unfair targeting, like I said. Circumstantial evidence. The defence insists that much of the evidence is circumstantial, particularly in the UK case, where they argue that no direct proof links the brothers any crimes. And they challenge the validity, learn to speak, of witness testimonies. They're suggesting, I can't even talk today, that some accusers may have ulterior motives. Oh, some of this. So yeah, and their legal team also has extradition concerns, and they're actually fighting the extradition to the UK, arguing that they must first complete legal proceedings in Romania before anything to do with them being sent back. Which obviously I assume makes sense. And they also have raised concerns about double jeopardy. I sort your mouth out, Wiz, claiming that some allegations overlap with charges they are already facing in Romania. So it's like being charged with something in one country, being charged with the same offence in a different country, but it's the same thing. So, and they're also arguing the procedural issues, because in Romania, their lawyers have challenged the financial evidence. And they're arguing that transactions linked to alleged trafficking were legitimate business dealings. It's a burden of proof on them, I suppose, for that. And they've also accused Romanian prosecutors of misconduct, believe it or not, claiming that the investigation was literally flawed from the start. So, I mean, there you go. And they were, like I say, rigorously defend themselves when they returned to the UK. Yeah, I assume they're going to have a strong defence, surely, for who they are. They're not going to have just any old lawyers, are they? They're going to be high end. They're not going to take any rubbish. And obviously they're going to scrutinise literally everything. But let me know what you think in the chat. The Tate's business, I mean, blimey, that's going to, across the board, I assume it's going to take a hit, is it not? So, I mean, they've got various businesses on the go, and they've been in various businesses over the years. But, you know, what's the impact going to be? Hustlers University, that's now the real world. That's an online platform offering courses on financial independence, investment, and entrepreneurship. They've got casino ventures, apparently in Romania. And that's Andrew Tate. He actually claimed involvement in casino businesses in Romania. They got the webcam business. That was way back. And they ran the webcam modeling business. So that's a little bit controversial. I don't think that's still going though. You got the War Room, which was the private network that offers mentorship and networking opportunities. Tate Speech on Rumble, which is still there, and that's a media presence, focused on their views and lifestyle, and the Top G merch, and merchandising brands selling clothes and accessories. I mean, the impact on the business, I mean, it could be quite significant. I mean, well, we said about the financial side, the financial scrutiny and that. I assume assets are being frozen. I assume they're not operating very freely at the moment with everything that's going on. But asset freezing and financial investigations. Well, authorities have frozen multiple bank accounts linked to the brothers, and that's due to claims of the tax evasion and the financial misconduct. I mean, the legal battles and reputation damage, multiple criminal charges that they're facing, that's going to probably have some serious effect on the public image and even the business credibility, to be fair. So they're going to have operational restrictions. Their bail conditions actually will prevent them from leaving the European Union. And that will limit their ability to manage international business ventures. So that's going to have an effect. And possibly business closures, uncertainty. I mean, some of their ventures, particularly those tied to online platforms, have faced disruptions due to the legal scrutiny and payment processing issues. So they're being hit here, there, and everywhere. I mean, what do you think? I mean, blimey, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I thought it was worth bringing up, worth talking about. A quick go live cheeky moment. Obviously, it's all good. We need to ask, what's really, is there a bigger picture? Is there something going on that we don't know about, like with the Russell brand, or I don't know. You have to let me know what you think in the comments. But that's like a wee synopsis thus far with the Tate brothers. So I hope you found that interesting. If you want to know any more about the Tates, then let me know in the comments and I'll do another video. And then we go from there. So like I say, at the end of every video, be wizard, stay wizard. That's the wizard's words.